case you're wondering, we're in New Mexico with hounds, mules, and a dude named Strait Sedillo. He's one part mule skinner, one part houndsman, and 100% wiry, tough, and dedicated to his craft. We're free casting hounds for bear in late October. This is one of the most challenging styles of hound hunting because you can't pick and choose which track your hounds run. We'd be hunting some remote chunks of land only accessible by mules or by foot. We chose the mules. I brought along my mule Izzy, and I'd chosen to shoot my traditional bow because of its packability and the potential for close but elevated shots. Bears climb trees, you know. We started off well before daylight looking for bear tracks along the road while en route to the inaccessible areas we planned to hunt. However, in 5 days of driving the roads, we never found a track that way. Shortly after daylight, we loaded up the mules and set out to find a bear track in the backcountry. So we're going, so this is the head of a trail?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're going to get up here with ease off. We'll go around, right around towards the stream and see what the dogs will pick up. Hopefully we'll cross the...
So it's about a 4 hour loop if you make the whole thing?
Yeah, if you make the whole loop, no stops. Yeah, it'll be about 7-8 miles. Probably put us in that 3 hour-ish round trip, so.
Yeah. A lot of color phased bears up here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's
probably, are there more color phased than black bears?
Yeah, that's all I was fixing to say. It's more rare to catch a solid jet black bear than
this. A lot of that kind of dark cinnamon, or is it a lot of lighter colors?
Dark cinnamon, chocolate.
Yeah.
Sometimes a sunburnt orange. The top of the back would be
sunburnt orange. Now that's a new phase I hadn't heard of before. I like it.
Yeah.
But the thing about this free casting is most of the time guys that are hunting with hounds, you're turning out on a track or you're turning out on a bait with a trail camera, so you know what you're turning on. This kind of hunting, these dogs are going to run any bear they come across.
Exactly.
And whether it's cold or whether it's hot, we don't know. Yep. And so that's the challenge of it, isn't it?
Exactly.
That old gun's been in that scabbard a few times.
Yeah, that's a gun I turn to. It stays on this mule. It's done its job for me. It's easy to get to.
It looks like it was made in like 1837 and carried in a scabbard since then. Look at that thing. Free casting means that the dogs are released to hunt on their own volition. These hounds live for and love to hunt, are very well taken care of, and have a quality of life well above the average pet house dog. These are working dogs, which is an ancient and honorable way for humans and animals to partner together. We'd be on mules so the dogs couldn't be leashed or carried in any way once the hunt starts. Strait hunts a mixed breed pack of primarily blue tick and Walker crosses. Some of the hounds weighed over 80 pounds, while some were smaller built dogs in the 35-pound range, all equipped with very good noses. I was impressed by the handle that Strait had on these hounds. They reminded me of bird dogs the way they worked. While we rode, he wanted these hounds within sight at all times until they struck a track. And within 30 minutes of starting our hunt, they did just that, struck. The dogs struck a track, meaning they smelled the track of a bear and began to trail and bark at the bear excitedly. We listened to them bark, bellow, bawl, and howl as they inhaled the scent of the bear. This is called listening to the race. Within about 20 minutes, the dogs had treed the bear. This was a very short race. Most of the time, they last much longer. Get in there, talk to him, talk to him. Talk to him, talk to him. The bear was a beautiful color phase, but it was young, precisely the kind of animal that we would choose to pass. Listening to the hounds at the tree was incredible, and it was all we took home from the experience. When a bear is in a tree, a hunter is able to judge its age, size, and sex and make a determination if it's a good animal to harvest. This one wasn't. He was treed and freed. There's something about this western hunting with mules and hounds that's always intrigued me. It's kind of that like original, I don't know, it's just, it is very much an original American scene and type of hunt. I think that's why I wanted to do it.
It's as traditional as it gets. That's the real deal.
Why did you want to start doing this? I mean, because there's easier ways to hunt bears. I mean, there's definitely advantages to having mules to get back into tough places, but I mean, why do you do it?
I don't know. It was the first time I've seen the dogs work. Just seeing them do what they love to do with such passion, and seeing the teamwork, and there was just something about it that I had to be a part of. Yeah, I found him last year. I'm gonna guess he scores 147 and 360.
You found him while you were line hunting?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we were.
What do you think he scores?
147, and we'll put him at
147. So we're gonna have a good old-fashioned score contest. We're even gonna include the cameraman, Brent. Okay, we got a 147
and 3/16.
To the 16th. 147 and 3/16. Brent?
He's 141 and an 8.
141 and 8. You guys are gonna have to be honest. Remember your own scores. I'm gonna say 152 even. All right, we got a score in that. 20 even. 4.75. Ah! What did I guess?
You said remember your own guess. I don't remember yours.
I guessed 152 even. So I was 3/4 of an inch off. You know, 3/4 of an inch off. I mean, can you hate me for that?
No, there's plenty of other stuff to hate.
One morning while heading out, we ran into a problem in the road. High winds the night before had blown a tree over. We were riding mules, we just jump them over this log, but we're in one of those wheeled chariots they've been using for about the last 100 years. Won't jump a log. Izzy had never done anything like this, but it was worth a shot. What's the worst thing that could happen? It was so cold last night. What did it get down to? 22?
22 degrees.
I think after this frost, well, it's more than frost, it's almost like ice. I think once it burns off, those bears were bedded up all last night. I think they're going to move up there.
Yeah. This sun starts to peek over and hit them canyons. They're gonna start moving around. That's for sure.
And it's going to cut down on the old track.
Little bit.
It's the last day of our hunt, and we're going back up on the same mountain that we started on. We had some high winds the last 2 days that hurt us. First day we treated a bear, did good. Ran another bear that we couldn't catch. Last night they had record temperatures, had a heavy, was more than frost, it was pretty much an ice. But it's burning off. It's gonna get in the 40s today. Just cold for bear hunting, but we feel pretty good about it. trail back the other way about a mile, and then we decided maybe they were on the back track, but they've come back down and struck again, and they're taking it out the side of the mountain now. So maybe we'll see a bear. But we didn't. The hunt ended and we never treed another bear. In 5 days and over 40 miles on the Mules in the backcountry, we never caught up to a bruin. Pursuing game with hounds is difficult, and more often than not, you don't win. I don't know of anything we could have done different this week, Strait.
Yeah, we did it all. We tried it all. Got on a couple of bad running bears, and there's not much we can do. Like you called them Nike bears. There's not a whole lot we can do when it comes to them besides try to catch up to them. But they're gonna want to run. And
sometimes I think we feel like we deserve a bear after putting in a bunch of work like this, but nobody deserves one.
Yeah, exactly.
We hunted hard and they beat us, man.
Yeah,
they beat us, but it was awesome. We had you can't put a price tag on 40 miles in the mountains following hounds.
Yeah, that is priceless.
In the end, we headed back to Arkansas with a deeper respect for bears, hounds, and mules. Spending a week in New Mexico, I was humbled and grateful for the privileges of the American hunter, and honored to have passed a young bear and to have been outrun by several more, all the while witnessing some incredible hounds and partaking of a wild place in a truly unique way. Long live the mules, bears, hounds, and wild places. Check out episode 54 of the Bear Hunting Magazine podcast to hear a lot more details about this hunt with Strait Sedillo.
Coffee. Must, and it's the breakfast of champions and bear hunters everywhere.
Hello, darkness, your old friend.
I've come to
sip on you again.
squeeze your beans again. That's terrible. It was an epic rendition of singing to your coffee before it sings to you. Sweet nectar of the gods.
Looking for hunting license in all the wrong places. People giving us those puzzled faces. When we ask them where a hunting license vendor in New Mexico is, and they say the closest one's 2.5 hours away. Didn't know what to say. Don't try to buy a hunting license in Tucumcari, New Mexico, because they don't sell them. Hey, now.